Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG. I hope you're not here to learn how to do character creation the right way, because this is the Cat Creation Podcast, hosted in part by me, Joel.
Hosted in other part by me, Avalon.
Hello, Avalon.
Howdy, Joel. How's it going?
Well, it's not howdy anymore. That was last seasonal theme.
Oh, right. My bad. How do you do?
I don't know how you would do this one, like a hiya, because it's action, the action stuff, martial arts, and like James Bond type, John Wick, I don't know.
I think you could say hiya, you know? It's...
Yeah, hiya.
Yeah. Okay, so, let me, hold on. We'll redo that. Hiya, Joel. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And how are you doing?
I am doing just peachy, and I'm excited for the season, you know? Love autumn. It's a great one. The crisp air.
Yeah, and we're all going to be falling onto our safety mats from all of our stunt work this season. It's also fitting for that. Speaking of which, how about we head to our first martial arts game of the season, Panic at the Dojo, made by... Wait a minute. Who possibly might have made this game? I'm sure I've got credits somewhere.
Hey-ya! That's how you should do an action intro. Hi, I'm Vel Mini.
Welcome.
I wrote this thing.
We have the creator.
Yeah, and we're actually using a preview document of the second edition rules, which I'm hoping to have done out in PDF by the time this podcast goes up, but we'll see if that happens.
Man, that feels like a lot of pressure, because that means that we're making the definitive, the first guide for making a character in second edition.
Kinda? I mean, okay. Not actually, because my community has been incredible. Shout out to the Panic at the Dojo Discord. They've been doing crazy shit over there. I think we already have multiple guides on how to do a good character good. There's like a whole chat just for character creation.
That makes this so much easier, thank you.
You're welcome. It doesn't have to be so high pressure. People have been playing this for a while, even if the version of the rules that you have is slightly updated from the ones that they have.
So we're even more advanced than the Discord then.
We can go even further beyond
to make an even more powerful cat.
This cat's gonna be so good.
It's still gonna be a beginner character, isn't it?
Level 1 characters in Panic at the Dojo are pretty dang strong. They only get stronger though, but, you know.
Well, I guess before we get any further into the game, aside from the game itself, we usually like to let our guests give a little bit about their credentials and also describe the game in question. So, what podcast/RPG/cat experience do you have?
I got my first cat. His name was Link when I was 5 years old. And he lived to the ripe old age of 17.
Wow.
And now I have a beautiful fluffy cat named Charlotte, and she is the fluffiest thing in the world and gets hair everywhere.
Nice.
For credentials, I have written Panic at the Dojo, and as well as Fellowship, Final Bid, and Inverse World, which was a supplement for Dungeon World.
Nice.
And I have also been a major part of the 6 Feet Under podcast for the past several years, although, I mean, we haven't done much the last year or so, but, you know.
Well, it sounds like you're pretty qualified.
I would hope I am.
Yeah, as the creator of this game.
Yeah, as the creator of this game, Panic at the Dojo, which is a game set in basically the action movie universe, and you make hyper-competent fighters who are really, really good at fighting, as well as a couple specific skills, and then really, really bad at everything outside of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because no one's a balanced character in an action movie. You live to extremes.
Yeah. Love living on the edge, being extreme.
And we kind of rebranded a little bit since the first edition for second edition because of Sugar Punch's YouTube video. Highly recommend if you want a quick primer, 20 minutes on what Panic at the Dojo is. But basically, he described it as the best tabletop game written for simulating a fighting game. And he was right. So now I've embraced that a bit more with things like you can't dodge a throw.
I mean, I believe it.
That's an extremely superficial example, but you know. It is the fighting game RPG that also does cool action movie bullshit. And I think it'll be fun to make a cat in this.
An action cat.
Action cat. They'll be a very competent cat.
Maybe one or two things, but...
Right. Technically 3 things. They get 3 skills.
That is true. We get 3 skills. So, before we get into the game and its character creation rules, Avalon and I are going to take a moment to go over the show's rules, which we personally believe are more important than the game's rules.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
We are willing to break the game's rules in order to follow the show's rules, because the show's rules will keep us on target, on brand, and, most importantly, on cat. And those rules are, starting at number 1, we accept no cop-outs. We're making a cat. A cat will be the exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. No weaseling your way out of it either. No anthropomorphic races. No people turned into cats. No lions. No tigers. No lynxes. Or any other cop-out you can imagine.
Lynxes? Why would they need a router?
Avalon, we've already done this joke like 2 episodes ago.
Did we really? I've already forgotten.
No making a firefox. I don't know any other
nope.
animals that are like cats and also computer terms.
Me neither.
Alright, well then let's move on to rule number 2. We cannot use homebrew/house rules. If the rules in the rule book do not explicitly allow something to happen, we count it as a rule broken.
Yep.
Don't worry, Vel, we won't put any homebrew into your game.
It would be... I mean, it exists, but the game isn't even out yet for the version you have. That'd be hard.
Yep, we don't believe in homebrew here. We count those as rules broken.
Understandable.
I feel like that's just the easiest way to, like, help people explain, like, because we try and publish all these character sheets as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's just the easiest way to explain to, like, anyone who wants to use this, allowing them to explain to their game master, like, okay, these are the only things that, like, we have to fudge in order to make this work.
Yes, it's important.
And it's usually not a long list. Rule number 3, if the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheet. If for some reason you are playing the type of game where it is possible for you to just pick a fight with a cat, and that not be a thing that immediately makes everyone hate you.
So, I haven't written them yet, so they don't technically exist. So we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Alright.
But I do know how I would build a cat.
We'll get to find out a little
right.
about that this episode.
Uh-huh.
Surely.
This would be the time to share that information.
I mean, I could, but where's the fun in that? I want to see what you do.
Fair enough.
Alright. Rule number 4 is the character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. Homebrew classes don't exist.
Rule number 5, the cat can learn any skill available to its class, or whatever the equivalent there is to a class, even if it's not something a cat could normally be trained to do. As long as it would be hypothetically, physically possible for a cat to do it, they can learn to do it.
That shouldn't be a problem here. The skill system and your character type are completely unrelated.
Sweet.
Okay.
Plus, we know cats can fight. Let's be real.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Rule number 6 is, if a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it. So I'm going to say a staff, nunchucks. You know what? That's it. That's all I got.
Well, if it helps, that only rules out, like, 6 things in this whole game.
Alright, sweet.
Okay.
The gun kata archetype is all about firearms, and I don't think a cat can use those.
No.
And
No.
the punk has a style called Mad, where they get weapons, and I don't think your cat uses weapons.
Probably not.
Most of the time, no.
Mostly no.
A cat could probably wield a small knife or a comically downsized sword, but,
Yeah, you could count their claws as a small knife.
I mean, that's smaller than most small knives.
That is a very small knife.
Baby knife.
Rule number 7, if a character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table, we leave that blank, so potential players can make it fit the group that they're playing with. Is that going to come up?
No.
Nope.
Alright. Finally, rule number 8 is, we have to keep track of every rule that we break.
All right.
Which I will do right here on this sheet where we are tracking the rules.
Makes sense.
The rules.
I'll be honest, I anticipate not breaking any.
You know, from the bit that I've skimmed, I believe that.
Mm-hmm. Now, this cat will be capable of some extraordinary fighting techniques pretty much no matter what you do, but they're not going to break any rules to get you there.
Hey, fair enough.
That's good.
So, I believe the actual, like, character creation checklist is on page 95 or page 6 in the PDF.
Yeah, I drop you the middle of the book.
Hey, that's the character creation part, so it's good that we have that one.
You don't need the first 90 pages on how to play the game.
Nah, we're not going to be doing that here.
Yeah, we don't actually play the games here, come on. That's like 20 whole other podcasts.
So that brings us to the hero creation. And our first step is to choose your hero type, whether you want to be a focused hero, a fused hero, or a flux hero. The difference between them is a focused hero is a master of a single combat's technique. They take their archetype and they work only within that archetype. Fused heroes blend two techniques together and use both of their best attributes simultaneously. So they're not as strong, either of them, as a focused hero, but they get both at once. Then fluctuating heroes, or flux for short, they choose 3 completely separate archetypes with one stance from each, and then they completely change their character every time they change stances. They don't have anything holding them to their character that is like consistent between their stances.
Interesting.
In either case, you're always going to have 3 stances, which are made using one style in one form. This choice just depicts how you pick your styles to make your stances, and also what archetypes you have above those.
Alright, so I'm going to just say, from the bit that I've skimmed, what I'm thinking right now, and I would like your advice on which type you think would work best for that. Mm-hmm. It may not be as simple as like, oh, this is the best way to play this specific thing, but like, I just want to hear your thoughts. So you have a thing about stance diversity down here, where you talk about basically creating a win condition for yourself, your tactical role.
Yes. I feel like a cat would be best as a harrier. Or a saboteur.
See, that's what I was thinking.
You could be a saboteur.
I was thinking harrier. I was thinking a slight variation on the harrier as you have it listed, where you have zoning, mobility, and guard. I was thinking zoning, mobility, and support.
Yeah, that works for me. I can even think of a pretty good way to do that. Well, there's a few ways, but you know. As for character type, I don't think it would be very easy to make a focused cat, because every archetype has something going on that would be, I don't know, a little too aggressive for what cats probably do.
That makes sense.
I would lean towards flux, but fused you could probably make work too. Like if you want to be a fused, like, I don't know, teacher something, I don't know. The archetypes list is on page 107, which I don't know the PDF page number. It's right after the detailed rules on character creation.
It's page 18.
18, thank you. That has the list of all the archetypes along with a quick summary of what they're about.
Alright. The one that, like, sounded like it would make the most sense would be Phantom, just from, it, like, the Harrier default stuff. Because that's like, it seems like it's focused on zoning.
It is. They also have a lot of, like, long-range stuff and telekinesis, though. It's a very magical style. Not to say we can't have a magic cat.
I mean, if it's focused on magic more, I think that would be a reason in and of itself not to do a focused character, so that we minimize the amount of magic our cat is actually doing.
Yeah.
So, like, if we did Phantom for zoning and Cavalry for support and mobility.
Yeah? Or
what I would like to do with support is something that we've done for other characters, is, like, their presence itself is motivating, so, like, I think wasn't there something about, like, a singer or...
Singing is a form that gives a bunch of basic tokens to everybody just for you existing.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That a friendly cat will cheer up anybody.
Exactly. Your cat meows and you would die for him. So
yeah, that's song form. Words are hard sometimes.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Another one. I'm just gonna throw out a couple suggestions for things.
Okay.
Something about Panic 2 is that your character kind of comes together in an instant once you know what you want. It's just a matter of finding what you want. So we could discuss options for like 40 minutes and then we'll have a cat at the end of it. The teacher has a style called Mastermind style, where you command your allies to fight for you.
Oh.
So that might be worth looking at. That is page 208.
We could do Teacher Cavalry to minimize magic as well.
I mean, if you want to go fluctuating, you could do Phantom Teacher Cavalry.
True.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just not quite the best of any of the 3 worlds, but just enough to, like, get the idea across.
I mean, also, I feel like cats would be fluctuating heroes anyway, if you're gonna make them a hero.
True.
So, now that we picked our character type...
I do also have the thought, though, of, like, of a cat who is, like, just, like, doing the Sonic the Hedgehog spin dash is, like, their signature move, and, like, that's a whole different thing, but...
That could be fun, too.
But, like, plays like Samus from Super Smash Brothers.
Dropping bombs and...
Alright. So...
Yeah, that's that's the other. I want to go with the first one, but I did also think about the second one.
Yeah.
If anyone likes that better. Like, the first one is the one that I have the most ideas on how to bring about.
It might be better to go with for that, just for that reason.
Yeah.
Because I haven't gotten the chance to look this over, so when you guys are talking about different styles and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm lost. So if you can more easily put one together with the first one, then I'm down.
Alright, so back up to the checklist. For a Flux hero, we choose 3 power archetypes and choose 1 style from each archetype. Then we create 3 stances. Each stance must contain 1 archetype, 1 style, and then 1 form.
And the archetypes don't have to go with the style they're from.
Oh, they can be freestyle, that's true.
Yeah. Basically, like, every archetype has 5 styles attached to it. Like, cavalry, you can choose between charging, heroic, jumping, rallying, or unleashed, and those 5 are all listed after cavalry on page 148. So, those will all, you're gonna have to pick one of those for your cat since you pick cavalry as one of their archetypes. The other 4, you will never have. When you make your stances, though, like if you pick charging, like if you want your cat to charge in, you don't have to pick pair charging with your cavalry ability. You could pair it with your teacher ability when you create your final stances. I mean, what makes a fluctuating character different is that they don't keep those archetype abilities between stances. They switch whenever they switch. Like a full power cavalry would have the full power cavalry ability at all times, no matter what their stance is. You only get full power cavalry when it's with the stance you've attached it to.
I see.
Alright. So yeah, you cannot change one of your styles for a freestyle. Each archetype, each form, and each style must be different. Then we get an attitude, and then we get 3 skills. I guess we've already kind of talked about the 3 archetypes we're going with here. It would be cavalry, teacher, and phantom.
Yep.
So I guess step 1 is...
pick a style from each.
Yeah.
So the cavalry styles, there's charging style, which basically you give your whole team speed and power. You're like, okay, get in there.
All right.
Then there's heroic style, which is whenever someone hurts one of your friends when they're close to you, you challenge that person so that way if they attack your friend more, you will get to attack them for free unless they switch their focus to you. So you like, hey, stop it. Jumping style gets to teleport around all over the place and can move through the general blocking obstacles without issue. Rallying style is just a whole party heal. Just heal everybody. And also you get to place down drones, which are just helpers, companions. They could be other cats. They could be something else. I don't know. And they can Mr. President for your friends.
Ooh.
And then Unleash style is an extremely aggressive style, so probably not on the table, that lets you once per turn perform an action by paying with HP instead of its cost.
Ooh.
Powerful, but will kill you fast, and also probably not what a cat would do.
No, I think a cat would probably go with one of the mobility things, which that's jumping, right?
Jumping. Charging is also a little less mobility, but it's more team support.
Yeah, which I know we wanted to do support, but we can save support stuff for teacher, right?
You could also, write down both of these for now and decide on which one you want later.
That's true.
I think true.
We haven't looked at what you're going to get from the other two yet.
Yeah, but if we're starting off with the idea that we want to take a mobility, a support, and a zoning, then jumping is the mobility option that we have from cavalry.
Yeah, it's an extremely good mobility option. I'm not gonna pretend it's not. It is it is probably the most mobile stance in the game. The only real competition, there's 2 other stances or styles that compete, but it's pretty darn fast.
I say we do jumping then. I mean, we can always come back and change it later if we decide.
Yeah. The next would be
Phantom, page 188. So the Phantoms, I feel like I should go over their unique mechanic. Cavalry ability, let them move and give shield to allies, so it's mobile and supportive. The Phantom's ability lets them get Geist tokens, which let them change the actions you're using as you use them. You get to apply modifiers to your action, adjusting them on the fly.
Oh, that's fun.
Also, once per turn, because it's ghosty, when you suffer an impact, which is when someone throws you at a wall or into a trap or whatever, you can replace the effect with Move To. You just float away. Cat dodges it. No problem.
Hey, float like a butterfly. That's what they say, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I like that, though.
Alright, now we have Aura style, which is all about shields. You give shields to an ally whenever anyone breaks their shield, or whenever a shield breaks, you gain power, which, you know, you can then use to hurt people. Power tokens are good for dealing extra damage. There's crying style, which makes everyone else freeze. You weaken all of your enemies.
That is some support.
Oh, literally freeze. Okay.
Yeah, literally it gives frost tokens. And burn tokens, because the cold is that bad. Puppeteer style, which is, let's see, oh, right. That one might not apply. I feel like that's a little crazy for a cat to do. It's, whenever you would apply force, you basically get to curve the bullet when you throw somebody. The first space can be in any direction, and then you push them.
Oh.
And also, after you perform an action where you spent dice tokens, you get to also push 2 to someone in any direction. Then there's spirit style, where you are a ghost. You do not suffer impacts. You can walk through walls and other units. You do not destroy walls when you enter their space, because that's a normal thing. When people enter a wall space, it's assumed that they were thrown into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, whenever you use standard movement, you get to teleport. 1 extra space. Also, here's the one action I told you about at the top, where I had the funny typo.
Oh yeah, 89 will-o-wisp.
89 plus. It's not. That's a 9 plus. You would be a little bit of a magical cat with spirit style, but it also would be very in keeping with Japanese magic cats.
True.
And then Vortex, which lets you place wormholes and teleport around the map.
Whack.
Yeah, that's the zoning ability for Phantom.
Phantom is really magical.
That's the one you wanted to take, right, Joel?
I think it would be good to have if we're really going for the Harrier thing, which is the, like, get in, get out, do your damage, and then get back.
For the record, you don't have to stick specifically to my recommendeds for those playstyles. Also, the way that Phantom mainly does Harrier is with range. They have a lot of long-range options and teleport out options.
Gotcha. But this one would also technically anyone could use the portal, right?
Yes, once you make a portal, anyone can use it.
Alright, so this would also be support, potentially.
It could be potential support. If an ally jumps into a portal, you can send them somewhere useful. Also, a funny thing about the portals is the person who placed them controls them, so if an enemy tries to use your wormhole, you get to choose where they go.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, you get to choose where they go when they're an ally too, but you'll probably put them somewhere nice instead of somewhere bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be the idea.
They're intended to be ally help only. It would be strange for a cat, but I'm not gonna stop you.
I mean, this could be Cat Doctor Strange.
Oh my god. Do we want to make Cat Doctor Strange?
It would explain some of their power. You already gave them a teleport style. Jumping is all about teleporting.
Yeah, but this lets other people teleport too.
It does! I'm just saying it would fit with the strange theme.
I think Vortex is a good pick. There was one other, though. The Aura style sounds nice for specifically support, but if we're saving a support style for teacher, then Vortex is pretty good zoning support.
I mean, if we're sticking specifically with the ideas we had when we chose these, then yes. We could get a little off course, I guess.
I am going to say there is some synergy with Aura style and teacher specifically. So teacher's ability, the ability that they have from the teacher archetype, is that allies within range 0 to 4 can spend tokens you hold. So those power tokens that you gain from Aura style could be spent by your friends.
That's actually huge.
Yeah.
Oh, and also anytime that they spend a token you hold, they heal.
That is also huge.
Yeah.
Plus it, again, goes back to being more of a normal cat than a supernatural one.
Yeah. You're still providing, like, protection for your allies, but you could be flavored as, like, just luck. The good vibes of knowing a cat has your back.
I think Aura works. Yeah, I think this might be better than the portal thing.
Okay, we'll put it down. Again, we can always come back if we decide against it.
Right, and then teacher is on page 204. Their unique mechanic is they have a unique token called mentor tokens, that after someone rolls their action dice, they can spend a mentor token to replace a number in their action pool with a 6. Basically, it lets you fix your numbers, fix your dice pool. And then with the other ability that lets allies spend tokens they hold, they can let allies fix their dice.
Okay.
Then there are styles. There's decoy style, where you are a distraction. Your whole job is to draw an aggro. There's Eldritch style, which makes enemies die if they attack you. Slowly, but they do. And also all of your attacks can target within sight. They don't use standard range. Range is not meaningless to you, which could be flavored all sorts of ways. We could have a Cthulhu cat.
Well, we already have a cat who can teleport.
We do have a teleporting cat. The one that's probably best, although decoy is also good, mastermind style, which lets you make your allies do things for you.
Ooh.
And it's also a mobility style because every single time an ally performs an action, you and that ally may move one space afterwards. So you get to reposition the whole team while they're just doing what they would do anyway.
I'm just imagining every time a fight breaks out, this cat is just running circles around everybody.
You can make some very fast characters. We're not even in like the technically speed archetype, quote unquote, which is War Dancer. I mean, cavalry's maybe faster. It's a toss-up. They're both pretty fast. They just do it for different things. War Dancer does it to kill you. Patient style, it sits around, and then if anything dangerous happens, dodge, block, block. And whenever you dodge or block, an ally heals.
Okay.
You just bide time.
Nice.
And then there is training style, which I think I've actually nerfed from the version that's in here. I think I might have written a slightly older version, but that's okay. It's after each action you perform, you can give basic tokens to an ally. If you dealt damage, you give power and speed. If you did not deal damage, you give iron and health.
Not bad.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Also, you can make them have high expectations, which will give them stress.
I gotta look good in front of this cat, man.
It lets you improve your action dice numbers because this cat has high expectations for you.
I kinda like decoy style. The idea that we're the distraction that we have a cat whose whole thing is it draws the aggro of the enemy and then teleports somewhere else, rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, because that would make some people so mad. Just be like, stop moving!
Exactly.
I'm totally down to do decoy style for the cat jumping around, literally just running circles around everybody the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, let's do it.
The other fun thing is decoy style gets to gain bodyguard, which is a condition. You can spend that condition after one of your allies gets hurt to protect them.
Oh, nice.
You swap spaces with them, push them away, and then you challenge the enemy that hurt them. So now they have to attack you instead. You're in their place now.
Hell yeah.
Well, we are actually in the middle of it now. Well, the start of it, but you know what I mean.
The start of the middle?
No, the start of Action Fiction Autumn.
Oh, right. I thought you meant the start of the mid-roll.
No. We are in the middle of the start of the Action Fiction Autumn first episode.
Okay, this is getting confusing.
We are in the start of the mid-roll of the episode that starts Action Fiction Autumn. Does that clear it up for you?
Just a little bit. Either way, Action Fiction Autumn is here, and we hope you guys are all enjoying it.
Yeah. Panic at the Dojo, am I right, guys?
I mean, who in their life hasn't panicked at a dojo, you know? I feel like that's pretty central.
I can't think of a single time in my life I have been to a dojo.
I can think of one time in my life that I've been to a dojo.
Unless you count the Pokemon gyms.
That counts. I'm sure you've panicked there when you were younger. Forgot to buy potions.
Maybe Rage. Rage at the dojo.
Rage at the dojo.
Rage against the sensei.
Rage against the sensei. That's good. But we're not here to rage against any senseis or dojos. We're here to talk about the show a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, did you know we've got this cool website called badgertrove.com, and if you go there and type in badgertrove.com/literalcatpod, you'll find all kinds of information about the show.
I did not know that, Joel. What else can you find there?
You can find links to our social medias like Blue Sky, Tumblr, YouTube.
That's incredible. I think I'll go to this website right now, and you, the listeners, should too.
Heck yeah. Especially you there in the green hat.
Yeah, we see you. Is that a Bass Pro Shop hat? Nah, surely not.
I mean, it could be. It doesn't matter what kind of hat it is, though. We know that it's green. We can see that from here.
Yeah.
This is your sign to go to the Badger Trove website and learn more about Literal Cat Pod.
Once you've been to the website, by the way, there's a few other things you can do. If you're not satiated by that and you need more things to do for the show, you can rate and review us.
Yeah, that's super important. Avalon loves the stars. Did you know Avalon is an alchemist, and he uses the stars in his potions?
That's true. And there's only so many of them up there.
Yeah, that's how we manipulate the algorithm into showing us to more people.
Yeah, and guess what? You can have that power too. As long as you go to your favorite podcasting app and go click on those little stars, you can manipulate other people's algorithms and show them this show.
Hey, we were trying to make it sound like a trade secret here. Like this is a thing that you're doing.
I mean, I'm also doing it, but...
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying other people can. Because sometimes an alchemist needs help stirring the pot, you know?
Yeah, I getcha.
We got big cauldrons over here.
You know what else is big?
What?
My desire to see pictures of your cat in our email inbox at literalcatpod@gmail.com.
Yes, that is a huge desire. Please. Any pictures of your cat? Any games you want us to do? Any guest spots that you're interested in? Any challenges you may have for us to complete? You can send them over there.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the cat pics. Like, come on. We can and might make a cat in the show that is based on the cat that you send us.
Yeah. And right now is the time. If you want your cat to be portrayed as an action star, now is the time to send us those pictures.
Yeah.
We've got games like Outgunned, Spirit of 77, Panic at the Dojo. No, that one's already recorded.
Mm.
But we got that kind of stuff on the way. We've got guests for those episodes. So you need to get that information in now. Or if you have another game in mind, like, I don't know, you want us to do Macho Women with Guns, you've still got time to get that request in.
I might put that request in.
Oh, okay. I honestly don't know if that game is big enough to make an episode out of, but we can look into that.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out later.
For sure, for sure. And before we talk about ourselves for a second and then send you back to the episode, you should know that this theme, Action Fiction Autumn, was voted on by our patrons over at patreon.com/badgertrove. All you have to do to be able to vote in the next one is join at the lowest tier. Like, literally any patron can do it.
Yep, any patron, as long as you, what is it, the $2 tier.
Yeah.
If you find 8 quarters on the ground this month, you can make your contribution to the next seasonal event.
Yeah. Or you could buy a soda. It's up to you. But
Yeah.
we know which one we want you to do. Isn't that right, Avalon?
That is right. Don't go get a soda. Soda's bad for your teeth. Listen to your dentist. Drink some water from the faucet instead, and go vote. Make your voice heard, because voting is important.
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about the show. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think it's an election year.
Oh, yeah, no, not this year.
Yeah, no, that was last year, and I guess next year.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, I thought so.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Anyway, Avalon, what do you got going on?
Oh boy, let me tell you, Joel. So I've got a couple things cooking. One that is currently cooked and I am serving up over on twitch.tv/Avalon Alchemist. You can go over there and you can find me streaming Dark Souls, the first one. I'm going through it with very little guidance. I have one of my friends join me for a little bit to give me a nudge in the right direction. But for the majority of the game, I will be pretty much blind, not knowing where I'm going. And it leads to some pretty interesting moments. So if you want to see that, go check that out. The thing that is cooking is I'm trying my hand at video editing, and I'm going to be making a YouTube channel and throwing up those videos over there so that if you missed the Dark Souls 1 streams, you'll be able to see a little snippets of how it went. Again, that's still cooking. So for now, twitch.tv/Avalon Alchemist. And if you want updates on other streams that I'll be doing, because it's not just going to be Dark Souls, you can follow me on Blue Sky at Avalon Alchemist. But those are the only couple of things that I got going on right now. What do you got going on, Joel?
Well, I am streaming over at twitch.tv. I am making videos over at youtube.com/ /omambervt in both cases. You can also follow me on most socials at omambervt. I have also taken up video editing. Actually, I took it up a while ago, but actually I've technically been video editing since high school, but I am also video editing right now.
Like, right now?
No, right now I'm recording a podcast.
Oh, okay.
But beyond that, I do video editing. In fact, I might take up freelance video editing. We'll see.
Oh, you might even get some work from one of our listeners.
I mean, do you know specifically, or are you making promises you can't keep?
I'm not promising anything. I said might.
Okay. All right. Well, listeners, you know our email address. Anyway, get back to the episode.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, and now we go back about 100 pages.
Just a few.
Because now that you have your archetypes and styles, you need to attach those to a form.
All right, I'm sorry. I hate to point this out. We have made Aoi Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
I do not know JJK.
No, you're so right, Joel.
So he is his whole thing is like, he's incredibly strong, but also incredibly delusional. Also, his special power is that he can swap himself with an ally.
Or object.
Oh, okay. Well, bodyguard is a common condition that anyone can have. And one of the basic forms even gets it, so.
Yeah, but this cat also teleports.
This cat does also teleport a whole lot.
Yeah, it may not literally be him, but like, it's
close.
It's pretty close.
Alright, now we need to pick 3 forms to combine with those to create your stances.
Alright.
So first up, we need to decide, I guess, which archetype are you attaching to which style, because they don't have to match.
Oh.
I think it would be better if they matched.
Yeah.
Well,
I was honestly thinking of okay, you actually did kind of write it how I would have done it, of swapping Teacher and Phantom.
Yeah. I think, that's what I was gonna suggest, is like, Aura goes to Teacher because...
You want to share the power tokens.
Yep.
Exactly. And we can't do that when we switch to decoy mode for Phantom, because these are all completely separate. It's like the Yakuza games where like when you switch between styles, you completely switch up the play style.
That is exactly the point. Yakuza 0 was a strong inspiration when writing the game. The stance system is, the reason you have 3 is pretty much entirely because of Yakuza 0. Also, it's a good number.
Yeah.
Gives you flexibility without giving you everything. So now let's pick a form to attach to each of these. So Jumping Cavalry, you get to move 4 spaces and teleport 3 spaces at the start of each turn, so your mobility is friggin' done. What do you want to do with that speed? You can be anywhere you want to be. You need to attach a form that can do that. Use that for something useful.
Okay. The forms that I see recommended under the thing are like Power, 1-2, or Vigilance, it looks like.
For where that?
I'm back up on the Jumping Style page.
Oh, those are probably outdated, but yes, those would all be good stances still, actually. However, those are 1-2 and Power are like the premium damage dealing stances, and they use jumping to get in, lay down some hurt, and then teleport back out at the end of the turn. I don't know if that's what you want to do with a cat.
Well, I mean, it would be how a cat would fight, would be get in and get back out, probably.
Yeah, no, jumping makes sense if you're going to use that for your aggro stance. Yeah, 114 is control form, which is the first one out of the 12. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to go over them real quick rather than make you read them, because that's also better podcast material.
Yeah, there we go.
The 12 forms are control form, which is a long range, or a wide range form is more accurate. It increases both the maximum and minimum range of your stance. And it is based around dodging and also making your enemies' lives hell. Because whenever you dodge, you also suppress them. And suppression makes all of their actions cost 1 more. Ooh. And also you get an AoE attack, because why not? It's part of the wide range thing. It was the best place to put an AoE. Dance form is about, well, it's a lot of mobility as you would expect, but it's mostly other people mobility. It is the throw form, basically. You get to toss people all over the dang place, and you don't have to fear being tossed around as much yourself because you have flexibility, and whenever you suffer an impact, you heal 1, and whenever anyone attacks you, you get to steal their basic tokens.
Just like Goro Majima.
Well, a little bit, yes. I feel like this one would be very cat-like.
Makes sense.
Dragon form is the next one. Dragon form is the multi-attack form. You get extra range, and your attacks get to target 1 additional enemy. For all of them. Period. No caveats. You just get to attack an extra enemy with every attack.
Dang. Huh.
So it is one of the most aggressive stances if you can get your enemies grouped up. Next up is Heart Form, which heals you every turn and also disarms enemies near you. It makes you weaken your foes while also improving your own strength. It's a good get back up stance. The next is Iron, which has Bodyguard, like I mentioned earlier. That's for the form that has Bodyguard. It is all about iron tokens, as you might expect, which are how you block. It can block one additional time, it gets a bunch of iron tokens for free, and whenever you protect an ally with Bodyguard, you give them iron tokens. So, protection all around. This is like the tank.
All right, so this could be a good one for the teacher.
For Decoy?
For Aura, then.
Oh, for Aura? It could be. I think there's a better one for Aura, but, actually I'm thinking.
Well, if you think there's a better one, we have more to go through.
We do have, we're literally halfway through. Next up is 1-2, which is a very aggressive form where you get in, you hit them, and then you keep on them. You stick to them like glue, and you just keep hitting them over and over. It is all about speed tokens and all about punching people with your speed tokens. Then we get to Power Form, which is all about power tokens, which increase your damage. Power Form says, your first hit each turn is unblockable. Then it has 2 actions that set you up, and a 3rd action that says Obliterate. So their game plan is very simple. You only attack once for about 10 damage.
Jeez.
If you get all the setup anyway, it's 10 damage. Also, I just wanna read this part aloud. Deal 4 damage and push to you, then place rubble into each space they exit during this force. You tear up the terrain with how hard you hit them.
Incredible. That does constitute the name Obliterate.
Uh-huh. I felt so cool when I wrote that effect. I'm like, this is sick as fuck. Is it strong? It technically doesn't add any strength or anything, but it's cool. It's really cool. And it does actually serve the effect of making it harder for them to get back to you, because now there's a bunch of rubble in the way. Then there is Reversal Form up next. Their whole thing is taking my turn on your turn. They have the least action dice for their own turn. They only get 2 dice, but they're really big dice. But they have 4 different ways to gain an action number on someone else's turn, which they can then use for either a palm strike to push them away, or a cross counter to make them discard a number from their action pool while also dealing a little damage. It is a very mean stance, or mead form, that is heavily about interrupting. You gotta make your moment count. Then there's Shadow Form, which, spoilers for the future, I had this for my cat build. 100%. I'm just gonna say that now. This is like cat form to me. Even more than dance. This form is all about speed tokens. It also has a passive that enemies cannot target you beyond range 3. You just dodge any range attack. They can't get you.
Oh my gosh.
They have to get close.
That's incredible.
This fits with the cat zipping around.
It sure does.
Running circles around everyone.
It is also one of only 2 forms with 5 action dice, so you can get a lot of actions every turn. And once per turn when you move, you can teleport instead.
Oh, that's so good.
Yep, I think this goes with jumping.
Uh-huh.
I think it does.
That might be too much mobility, but up to you. I'd probably go Shadow Decoy, but...
Ooh, Shadow Decoy.
Oh, yeah. You rage bait them and then you teleport out of the way.
Rage bait. Run away. Alright, it sounds like we were pretty, got a consensus on that.
So the maximum, size for an arena I recommend, well, the average size would be like a 10 by 10 arena. Jumping gets to move 7 at the start of each turn, and then teleport 3 at the end of the turn. You do not need additional mobility on your jumping stance. You're good. It's done. Next up is Song Form, which is like the most support form. You get +2 range when targeting allies, and also, which actually does affect for Decoy's Bodyguard, so you can protect people from further away.
Ooh.
And also, then at the start of your turn, you give basic tokens to everybody. All your friends have some basic tokens, have some healing, have some cleansing. Get better. And they have an AoE heal in Uplifting Melody as well. Just all around the support form. And it does give the strongest effects to closer allies, so that might be worth using jumping on, so you can get to any ally who needs your buff.
That's true.
Okay.
I dig that a lot, actually.
The only thing I'll say about that is, it first and foremost, does this give us tokens as well, or is it just giving tokens to allies?
You are an ally within your own range, so you will give yourself all of these benefits, because you are all of these. At the start of your turn, you also get 1 speed, 1 iron, 1 heart, 1 power, heal 1, cleanse 1.
Alright, the reason I'm asking is because the teacher form lets us share our tokens with allies anyway.
That's true. This could go on Aura.
That's what I'm thinking, because I kind of think one of these needs to be a damage dealing position. Maybe not high damage, but like some damage, because we need some form of win condition.
Yeah, we can't run around forever.
Well, we can, but the fight will literally never end if we don't knock our opponent out.
Yeah.
Well, theoretically, you have allies that you're supporting to do that for you, but I get it. Sometimes they die.
Yeah. Sometimes we just didn't do a good enough job at supporting, and we might have to be the one to do the final blow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our song is not a bad strat one. Okay, 2 more forms to go. We have Thorn's form, which is the form that's all about shields, which Aura is also about.
Mm-hmm.
This is whenever an enemy attacks you, you deal 1 damage to them, basically. And if your shield breaks, you gain a power token. In Aura, Thorns is basically the Aura stance. But you don't have to go with Aura Thorns. If you want, Thorns could fit just fine on your Cavalry jumping stance, because Cavalry also gets shield automatically from the Cavalry ability. So that also plays well with Aura, or with Thorns.
Gosh, there's so many combos.
Combos as far as the eye can see.
I'm already getting the feeling that I get when I play a fighting game. Too many combos. My brain just shuts down.
Well, thankfully, unlike a fighting game, you don't have like half a second to make a decision.
Yeah, this is we get to sit down and actually take our time.
And then the last form, which does suit a wild animal, wild form, where you just fucking go feral on somebody. This is a berserker form. You just charge at the nearest enemy and keep attacking. Hit them as hard as you can. Your actions are so scary, you make enemies flee from you after you hit them, which means they might not be the closest enemy anymore, so you'll go attack somebody else.
I feel like this is maybe not the fit for a small creature.
Sure, it is a fit for a boar, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of bear.
Yeah.
The wild animal form is a little too wild for a house cat.
Yeah, this is not the literal bear podcast.
Yeah, we're not making a lion. That's specifically in the rules.
Yep.
Although, hey, if anyone out there wants to do that spin-off, you have a listener right here.
Yeah.
It's me.
Absolutely. I will definitely be listening to the bear podcast. So there's all 12 forms.
Yep. We've gone over all of them.
You want to attach song to something, and we don't have any. I don't think you picked settled on the third one.
Right. So song would either go good as like a thing for the teacher where it just gives our allies more tokens to take from us, or it goes with cavalry so that we can immediately be right up on whoever we need to help.
Yes, that's the 2 plans, basically. You could do jumping song to get in to wherever you're needed and provide the most help, or aura song, because you're in teacher with aura song, with aura style. Share your tokens better. You'll have a pile of them.
I was about to say, I think putting it on Aura just to have the teacher bonus of sharing as much as possible, I think that fits in the most with the support part. And I think if we're gonna have a support stance, we want to like dump everything into a support stance, and then we can make the jumping our fight.
All right. Like the 2 options would have been like we either jump around to do support, or we bring people into our guarding skill so that we can counterattack. So now we need to come up with something that lets us get in, do a little hit, and then get out.
Well, jumping already does all of that, so it's just a question of what supports jumping best for doing that. 1-2, obviously, you go in, hit some more, you get extra damage in, little cat claws. I'm gonna say probably not power form. As fun as it is, it's not a cat form. Thorns is Thorns is offensive guard. You want them to attack you. That would be good with decoy or something.
So not for. What about control?
I was looking at control for.
Control is absolutely an option.
Because I like the thing. It's like you dodge and then that enemy is suppressed.
Yep.
And we can do a lot of dodge.
That is exactly what I was thinking. The second you read control, I was like, ooh, that'd be good for jumping.
Also, it lets you get in the perfect position to use a big shockwave to hit multiple enemies.
All right.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, we got our jumping control.
All right. So I have them listed here, archetype, stance, form, so that people can follow along with what's what.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, now it's time to pick attitudes.
Oh, boy.
Attitudes.
The attitudes are on page 100. You also automatically gain the fluctuating attitude because you are a fluctuating hero. You are fickle. You must change your stance each turn. At the start of each combat, you gain 4 shield, which will protect you. And when you bleed, you gain 1 of each basic token, which fits your game plan.
Is that listed with the other attitudes?
It is listed under fluctuating heroes, because it is only, they're the ones who can take it. No one else gets that.
And we get that by default?
You get that one by default, plus 1 other attitude of your choice.
Alright, and it looks like the options for that are Brute, Cryptid, Daredevil, Glorious, Grim, Guardian, Hero, Large, Leader, Lightfoot, Monster, Powerhouse, Rat, Scarred, or Temple. Alright.
I mean, Guardian sounds like a good one for support.
Devoted Defender, keeping allies safe at any cost. Gain Bodyguard, then Area and Play. Heal 1 and give 1 iron to each ally. I mean, that would lean well into specifically the teacher thing.
It would very much lead into both teacher and, cavalry's game plan too.
Yeah, that would stack.
It would. It stacks with song. So posture, by the way, that's at the start of each fight, everyone has to posture for a little bit. You hype yourself up. You tell other people why they suck. That's those posture abilities. You get to do those at the start of every fight. Bleed ability is when you're at low HP, you get access to the bleed action, which is usable once per round. And when you use it, you get those effects.
Is the idea of what was it? One of the desperation abilities.
Yeah, those are bleed abilities. Yeah, they're a desperation ability.
Alright. The other one I'm looking at, though, is Daredevil, because we have all these ways to teleport anyway, and just getting a free dodge for our posture.
Daredevil is definitely a more survivable option than Guardian, because gaining Bodyguard when you are at low health is, suicidal.
Yeah. I like Daredevil.
Ironically, Daredevil, a little safer than Guardian.
Funny how that works
Allows
out.
you to take more risks, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, and now we just need to make 3 skills, which are on the next page.
Alright. No effect during combat, but will define how your character acts outside combat. Skills give you supreme confidence within your field. Anything not covered by your skills, you can only solve with words or violence. You are an incompetent fool at anything else you try to do to a comedic degree.
Your first skill is your character summary, describing who or what you are. If you want to write down literal cat, you can.
I mean, it's gotta be.
Title drop.
Yeah. Roll credits.
This many episodes in, we finally get the title drop.
I mean, we do drop the title at the beginning of every episode, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you given a character the literal cat skill before?
I'm trying to think. Maybe in a Fate game?
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, that sounds like a Fate game, actually. You could probably write that in a Fate game.
I was like, I know we've written it for a couple cats in the past, so.
But also a lot of Fate games, if you're not doing, just base Fate, a lot of them have, specific, Fate things that they want you to take.
For sure.
And you do have the option to add more at a later date, but, they give you what they want you for character creation.
Right, which means it would be homebrew.
Exactly.
Your second skill is your occupation. What does your cat do to survive? What's your day job?
Freeloading.
Freeloader, yeah. I mean, really.
Well, you need at least 2 words. Each skill is 2 or 3 words, so you're gonna need an adjective.
Oh.
Describe your freeloader.
Charismatic.
Charismatic actually works really well.
Okay, they're a very lovable cat.
That's how they get all the free stuff.
Yeah, people don't mind this cat freeloading.
I find most people don't mind when their cats freeload. Unless they're really not a cat person, in which case I don't want to know you.
Real.
The third skill is your gimmick, which can be just about anything, but it's just something that's larger than life, something that's unique about you that makes you stand out from others. Some of my examples are more money than God, having a cool car, being a hungry werewolf, knowing fire magic, stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is 4 words, but one of the words is supplemental.
Yeah, that's allowed.
Yeah. Give them the runaround.
Okay.
I think runaround is 1 word.
I think it is. I mean, the idea you could put wild goose chase.
Oh, true.
You just have a knack for making people waste their time.
That's fair.
There you go.
I like that a lot. Wild goose chase. I was trying to think of something that encapsulated also being a support, but I mean, I guess that is a way that we are supporting is by making people target us and then dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is specifically the thing we're good at.
Congrats, you've made your cat.
We do have something we should probably do before we declare this cat fully made.
Oh yeah, we have to decide what kind of cat it is. We haven't named it. We haven't decided its pronouns.
Oh yeah, this is just the mechanics.
Mechanically, we got a cat.
Mechanically, your cat is here.
Yeah, but what kind of cat is it? Not what kind of fighter. What kind of cat?
I tried to look up breeds of cat a while ago and just could not find like a good list anywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of messy. There's so many like that are just subsection of short hair, tabby, long hair.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is your cat, so what are you thinking?
I'm trying to think if there's like a kind of cat we haven't done a lot of, or if there's one that we know. What was that one cat that was like really, really fast, like the Egyptian Mao?
I think so.
And of course, when I Google Egyptian Mao, one of the first things that comes up is one of those videos that's like, that says "do not" with a picture of the Egyptian Mao cat on it. Just like another, please do not the cat, thank you WikiHow.
Very important.
Origin, Egypt. Who would have thought?
Also, the Egyptian Mao was the kind of cat that they were singing about in the Mean Kitty song.
Really?
Yeah, Sparta was an Egyptian Mao.
I did not know this.
But also, yes, they are the fastest type of, like, house cat.
Can an Egyptian Mao be a calico? Because I was thinking of like a cat that gets your attention. Calicos, I feel like, are very loud.
That's true. That is a loud type of cat.
Yeah, just visually loud. But they're not their own breed. Calico cat is a domestic cat of any breed with a tricolor coat. That's what Wikipedia says.
Yeah, most commonly female, so
yep.
If we do make an Egyptian Mao calico, then it would be probably she, her.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't see why we can't do that. I'm not finding evidence saying we can't.
Yeah, calico, Egyptian Mao. She gotta go fast. I feel like we've already named a cat Bastet.
I think we have, yes. I can actually check this real quick. Wait, have we not? I could have swore.
No, we did. It was in Relics. Angels. The Angel game.
Right. I think I don't have some of my...
A lot of the ones from before, like, we switched over to OneDrive are still in the Google Drive folder if you need to grab them.
Oh, true. Yeah, when I transferred my files over from my old computer to my new computer, I think I lost some of the character sheets.
That happens. Things get lost when computers change.
Yeah, but it's a good thing we have them all uploaded onto multiple drives. So yeah. What's a different name? Is there like a Egyptian trickster god or something?
Gandalf, you shall not pass.
Set is the god of deserts, storms, disorder, violence, and foreigners.
It's also a boy.
Yeah.
We're not going to name this cat Isis.
No. I'm trying to think of like a Street Fighter type name, which is a problem because I've never actually played a Street Fighter game.
Well, good news. They're anything because it's a very global game.
Yeah, there's a dude in here just named Alex.
And I know there's someone named Ken.
Yep.
There's Aki, literally just A period K period I period. That's her name.
Nice.
I don't think it's short for anything. She just has periods in her name.
The pen was dripping ink while they were signing her birth certificate.
So, what about Mary?
Mary?
Mary sounds cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Just Mary. Mary the Mao.
Yeah, which I feel like is a Moses reference, although I don't remember who in Moses would have... I might be making that up.
I think you're making that up.
I feel like there was a character in the story of Moses whose name was Mary.
The mother of Jesus?
No. Okay, there are so many Marys in the Bible.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I don't. I've read the thing and I don't know.
Yeah, the information just goes right in and right out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really does. But, like, there are a lot of Marys. So, there could be one. Like, that could be... I could be completely making that up. And someone could later be like, no, yeah, you were 100% right. And it would have just been by virtue of the fact that Mary is so common of a name that you can just guess that she's in a story in the Bible, and there is a good chance you are right.
Throw names at a dartboard.
There you go. But anyway.
All right, and I would like to add one last thing.
Okay.
All right.
Got?
I have posted in the general chat, that's my build for a cat. You will notice the character type is not one I gave you to use, because that is an enemy type.
Oh, okay.
Warriors are the most basic kind of enemy. They only get one stance, and I chose to give them Misfortune's Shadow stance from the Underdog.
I see. So you also read the Warrior Cat series, I take it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm familiar with them. I have not read them, actually. But the Misfortune's style has no range, 0 range, but you get to place traps and hazards for free. And whenever you get launched into a trap or hazard, you get to push it away. So you make them everyone else's problem.
Ooh.
You just litter the field with bad luck, and people will die if they try to spend too much time around you.
Nice.
And also Shadow to be a dodgy, hard-to-hit son of a gun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Naturally.
And that one that I posted, that is going to go into the second enemies book.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Reminding me of I don't know if y'all know who Lethero is, but there was a video he made where he modded his pet bunnies into Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Oh, that rules. I love that kind of stuff.
And he gave them the ability to plant carrots an unlimited number of carrots in the ground that were all bulbs.
That's so cute! Oh, I love that. I like cats a lot, but my favorite animal is actually bunnies, so this is delightful to hear.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking of while you were talking about that. It's like, oh yeah, just like when Lethero put his bunnies in Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
that's Panic at the Dojo.
Yeah, that's Panic at the Dojo. And you're right. I don't think we broke a rule.
I would think not, no.
Is there an implied rule that you're supposed to be playing as a human, or
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yeah.
Half the sample characters aren't humans, although I mean they're kind of human. We have a literal demon, we have a robot, we have a swarm of bugs that is sentient with a hive mind. You know, you can do whatever. Actually, I think we have like 3 robots.
There you go.
And a vampire. Are vampires human?
Maybe once.
Kind of.
Human past tense.
Depends on your interpretation of vampire, I think.
Yeah.
Girl who likes to cosplay turned into a vampire and decided to make the rest of her life a Ren Fair. She's the trickster archetype character, if you want to look at her.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Because who doesn't love the Ren Fair vampire?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Is there anything here at the end you would like to promote?
Go buy my game. But other than the game that we just talked about, Panic at the Dojo, more people should look at Final Bid. It is a very small game. It is like 30-page book, but I really like it. It's a weird one that nobody ever looks at. Everyone talks about Fellowship and Panic at the Dojo, but Final Bid is worth a look too. I think I did some cool stuff. The resolution system is an auction. The player who bids taking the most damage is who gets to decide how obscene plays out. So, you know, fun times.
All right, everyone, go check out Final Bid. Also, there might be a new edition of Panic at the Dojo out.
And if it's not out when this episode's out, it will be very soon.
Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled.
I'm getting it out as fast as I can. Thanks for having me on the Cat Podcast.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Cats are cool. I love to talk about cats. And making them kung fu fight, I guess.
Well, we'll have a hero cat and apparently an enemy cat, and we can make them duke it out. So, yeah, why not?
The duel.
My money's on the hero cat, honestly.
Now, Avalon, would you like to send us on our way with a cat pun?
I would. Alright, hold on, gotta pull up my list here. What do you call it when a cat with a missing claw gets fleas?
Sad?
9-inch nails.
9-inch nails. Good night, folks.